This is part 2 of my coverage exposing the political corruption, incompetence, and repeat violations of federal law by the SBA. Now, I'm not talking about any low-level representatives here at the SBA. No, I believe this goes all the way to the top, including Administrator Jovita Carranza. Remember, I've covered in a previous video that it is time for her to lose her job and possibly face criminal charges. Hello and welcome to Stephen Carlson Show. I'm Stephen Carlson. I'm a tech entrepreneur, real estate investor, author, YouTuber, and volunteer paramedic. If you do not watch the first part of this series, I highly recommend that you check it out first. The link is in the description and in the card above. Also, if you did skip that video for whatever reason, then you also skipped my legal disclaimer, so here it is. As my regulars will know, the lawyers that I have chained up in my basement get a little restless whenever I talk about laws and possible crimes. So I need to give a quick disclaimer to calm them down. I am not a lawyer, this video is for entertainment purposes only and it's not legal advice. All the scumbags at the SBA, they're innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, you know, blah 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 blah, you get the point. Remember, I'm just some dude on the internet, I'm not a lawyer, you should definitely seek legal counsel from an actual lawyer. Alright, now that disclaimer's over with, let's get on to today's video. Now, I want to make this clear. This is not a video on political ideology. Both sides of the aisle have been guilty of this for decades. This channel, and by extension this video, is here to cover current events from a politically neutral standpoint. All that matters here is you and your finances. Alright, now let's get to today's video. At the end of Monday's video, I kind of alluded to the possible massive violation of federal lending laws that I believe, and if I'm correct, could open the SBA up to a massive class action lawsuit. But before I get to that, I want to include some information that Aubrey has unearthed in her research about the shady business going on at the SBA.
And that brings us to Terry Sutherland, who is the press director of the SBA. Now, Terry Sutherland was brought in as the press director of the SBA around the same time that President Obama was looking at disbanding the SBA. But Terry Sutherland isn't just any press director. He is the former press director of the Pentagon. You know, that government agency with the $686 billion yearly budget. So Terry Sutherland went from being the press director of arguably the most top secret government entity in the world to being the press director of the SBA. Now, not only is Terry Sutherland's role with the SBA a bit odd, and that shift from being the press director of the Pentagon to the press director of the SBA a bit weird, it's also the fact that there was so much secrecy in his role with the SBA. In fact, Jovita Carranza is somebody that everybody knows is the head of the SBA. Everybody knows her role. If you go on the website, you can find her contact information. But with Terry Sutherland, it wasn't the case, and that seems really odd for somebody who's simply a press director. In addition to that, there's been a lot of secrecy regarding Terry Sutherland's emails. In fact, in 2014, the American Small Business League requested Terry Sutherland's emails through the Freedom of Information Act, and the SBA refused to provide them.
Now, after finishing my video, make sure you guys check out Aubrey, as she has some really interesting points about the SBA that I think you're gonna like. Now, let's get on to the reason that you guys clicked on this video and how the SBA has been breaking federal lending laws. The Equal Credit Opportunity Act, that's the ECOA, is a United States law enacted in October 28, 1974 that makes it unlawful for a creditor to discriminate against any applicant. This discrimination usually is based upon race, color, religion, national origin, sexual orientation, marital status, age, etc. Now, this law applies to any person who in the ordinary course of their business regularly participates in credit decisions, including banks, retailers, credit card companies, finance companies, and credit unions. Okay, we know that a lender cannot discriminate. That's fine. But what the heck does this have to do with the SBA and EIDL grants? Well, there's a section of the ECOA which is known as Regulation B that states a creditor must provide the applicant, you know, that's the person that actually applied for the loan, with some sort of notification of action taken within 30 calendar days of receiving a completed application, explaining the specific reasons why they were approved or denied. Any lender that does not comply with Regulation B can be hit with large fines. Liability for punitive damages can be as much as $10,000 in each individual action. And for any class action lawsuit can be over $500,000 or 1% of the creditor's total net worth. Now, do you guys think the SBA should be held to the same legal standard as all other lenders in the US? Or do you think they should be exempt? Why don't you comment down below and let me know. You can also join the new Discord server that I have set up, and you can share your thoughts there. The link is also in the description. Now, in my opinion, because the SBA is serving as a lender in the CARES Act's EIDL program, they are required to notify applicants within 30 days of their approval or denial. Now, I don't know about you, but I can personally verify that one of my businesses has been waiting for over 5 months for an official approval or denial letter. I have called them multiple times.
Welcome to the U.S. Small Business Administration Disaster Assistance Customer Service Center. You are caller number 2122.
Well, this is going to be a long day. And sent multiple letters to them, basically never receiving any formal response. And I am pretty sure that I am not alone, as numerous comments on my YouTube channel have shown that many of you guys are in the same boat as I am. Not to mention the droves of news articles discussing hundreds of thousands of businesses complaining that they have applied and not heard anything. Each of these is a violation, and in my opinion, a simple clerical error is not a good enough answer. Maybe for a few applications out there, but definitely not for hundreds of thousands. The ECOA specifically states that damages should be $10,000 per violation. So if you've applied for the EIDL program and you have not received an official approval or denial letter within 30 days, I believe that you are entitled to these damages. Now we have Carranza and the SBA by the balls, and it's time for us to squeeze. And while you're squeezing, I want you to smash the like button so hard it turns as blue as Carranza's face will be when she realizes the people we know the truth. Now, I have proposed this question about Regulation B to one of the well-known YouTube lawyers that covers EIDL. I've emailed him 2 or 3 times over the past few weeks, and I've heard nothing back from him. I don't know if he never checks his email or he just doesn't really care about user-submitted content. So, in the absence of his input, I give the floor to you guys. If any of you are lawyers, comment down below and let me know your legal analysis. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.